Hi, hello to the replayers and welcome. Come on in to those who may be ready to watch this transmission now and receive the downloads and, I don't know, participate in the most epic live stream ever, because it's like the next one. It's like now, right? Because it only gets better and better and better. So I'm going to share this on my stream over here. Let's see, share to my timeline. Live now. Most epic live stream ever. Hey Steph! I got a notification here. Joe liked it. I don't see Joe here, but that's okay. So, all right, that's posted. Steph's here, TGIF. So I'm got a flannel on. It's Connecticut. It's 70, but I'm freezing. The weather the past few days has had me stuck inside the air conditioner. I mean, I went out. I played softball the other night and whatnot, but it was like sweaty. And now I feel freezing. I even have socks on. I have socks on, and it's 70. You loving my outfit? Hey, Daniel! Woohoo, you're here. I'm feeling super cozy, thank you. And I've got messy hair bun day going on. But here's the deal. I've just have all this information that wants to come through and share and talk about. I don't even know what did I title this one here? Yeah, what are you waiting for? Do you, be you, the reasons you're held back, and like how to move beyond. And Steph almost put on sneakers on. I know, can't do it. I know. But it's like pouring out right now where I'm at. And I woke up this morning and I opened all the windows. I was like, yeah, let me get some fresh air in here. And now I'm like freezing. So what else did I title this? Because there was a few things coming through. Daniel, you're laughing at me too. Let's see, going live. What are you holding on to that's keeping all of you come through? Okay, good. I wanted to get back on track. So I had a conversation yesterday or the day before with a gentleman who was considering doing some work together. And hey, Sandy. And like one of the things is like, how do I say? I was like tapping so deeply into his energy and feeling where he's at, and, just seeing that he is really a reflection of so many people in this life experience where they're allowing things to hold them back from having the fullest expression of living the life that their soul, their heart is guiding them to, but they're afraid, or they're holding on to social constructs or societal expectations or roles that they're supposed to be in. Actually, I just spoke about this morning a little bit. Hi, Bora. Your eyes are very hot and sweet. Okay, Bora. Thank you. So I was having this conversation with him about how, well, what he was saying to me was like so much of how his soul wants to come through and how much he just feels held back and he feels like he can't be himself, and how it's actually caused him to kind of be in seclusion a little bit because he's not able to be his full self and have the conversations and make the connections he wants to with the people around him, because everybody is like kind of, I don't know, just, how do I say, I'll just say it's like kind of disconnected from their own selves and not really tuned into what's within. And he's wanting to tune into what's within, but at the same time, he can't allow that to express because there's really no one to connect with beyond, his wife. And he knows so much more of life is available. Like he was telling me, he's like, I want to, go to work, and I just want to be love, and I want to help people, and I want, to have that ripple out. And so that's not the human or the personality. I mean, I guess it's channeling through the personality, but at the same time, that's like his soul essence, like wanting to come through and be the expression through his human vehicle. But he's being held back, and it's because of these expectations. So essentially what I said to him was that it really begins within his own self and finding that comfort level and tapping in and making the connection in within himself. Because and then when you are like grounded and solid in who you are, however you're an expression out in the world has nothing to do with anybody else but you. And anything that comes back as, well, it's really like really, if we take a look at it, it's like some of the reasons why you don't show up fully as yourself are some more of like the egoic stuff, right? Some, or even fears or insecurities, or, like our own judgments of ourselves. And what we do, any of our fears that we have about ourselves or beliefs, we project them out into the world and we say, well, we can't show up, we can't be that because we're afraid people will make fun of us, or we'll be abandoned, or we'll be shamed, or whatever. And it's really, you guys ready for this? Bum, bum, bum. Is that when you drop all of your own judgments, all of your own fears, all of your own, insecurities, and really just tune in to the truth of who you are, and, radically fall in love with that piece of you, your whole world starts to change. Like Daniel says, as within, so without. And so your whole world starts to change as a reflection of what's going on inside of you. So these fears about, those things that are keeping you from, all of you from coming through, is actually you and your own beliefs and your fears. Oh, look at this. I need a, what is this? I was going to say pedicure. I need that too, but a manicure. I was thinking this morning, I saw a post yesterday, an online entrepreneur was talking about how she was feeling shame because she went out to in the public to the store to pick up something, and she was like, I was in yoga pants and I was hoping nobody would see me, and I had a messy bun. And I was thinking to myself, oh my God, there are so many videos out on YouTube and on Facebook of me with messy buns, manicures like half done, and like I don't let that stop me. And that was her point too, is like to like let whatever shame you have like out, because this is the saying, you're only as sick as your own secrets, right? So the things that you're holding back, or that you feel shameful about, it's like let it go, like let it come through, like speak it. Because the only thing that's going to cause me any pain about anybody judging my hair or my half a manicure on a public live stream, being a teacher and a speaker, on a public forum, like the only person that would hurt would be me saying it to me. And so if that's not there, I have nothing to worry about, and I simply can show up and be the channel of the expression and the energy that wants to come through me. And so, so going back to this guy is like, he even tuned into what it would feel like to be his full self and how much freer. And, I was sharing with him on an energetic perspective is that when you have the alignment within that is rock solid of who you are as your human experience, allowing your soul to come through you, allowing your essence to be expressed free of judgment, free of shame, free of inhibition, right? Just allowing yourself to be the channel. Life is so much easier and flow. It takes so much energy and work to try to battle off insecurity or shame or judgment when it's really just coming from you anyway. And then it is to just be yourself. And so there was something, oh wait, Daniel said something. Yes. Love you for who you are, not what you believe or think society's expectations are. Exactly. And that's what one of the things, oh good, Daniel, thank you. I'm glad you're here. That's the thing too, is that in some of the conversation we were having, it was around, these expectations that not even almost in as like a male in society about how he should provide. And what I see happening is that when there's a disconnect from the truth of who you are, right? So it's almost like if you could see like a line of energy, let's just pretend your soul is like channeled through the middle of you, but your personality or your ego gets in the way, or, cuts off that flow because you're worried about what others may say or think about you, or you break the rules, or you want to do it your own way. then it causes all kinds of havoc in your life experience. And, so for him, he's trying to make things happen. And from my, energetic viewpoint, I can see like why the things aren't in flow because of the disconnection within. And essentially, he's understanding that, but the things for him are, there's still things for him getting in the way of allowing that to happen. And that's what I wanted to come on today and just like have you guys take a look at, or how are you getting in your own way of allowing the that connection for you to be the full channel of your soul, for you to be to just be the expression of what is already in, because it takes too much work to be something that you're not. And when you're not, the things that you're trying to manifest and create in your world are going to be they're either going to be super hard. You're going to be able to manifest it because we're all that powerful, but it's going to be super hard to do. Or it may be, your life may be so chaotic that, it's not happening in the way you want to. So when you have soul alignment, when you have soul alignment and you're dropping the judgments and the guilt and any of the shame that you're carrying, and you'll know because you're projecting it outside of you, because you can't change anything outside of you. The only thing you can do is change within. So you embrace those parts of you within, and your outside world changes. And then all of a sudden, people who are more in your, your line of thinking, and the people you want to have conversations with, and your tribe, and all these free things come your way because you're manifesting so effortlessly, and things line up, and you meet the right people, and the opportunities come because soul aligned, right? You're allowing yourself to be free of the constraints of some of the human expectations of this is how a person should be. Oh my God, I'm watching like the corner of my eye. My laptop is on and I see these arms flying. It's me. I should sit on my hands for a minute. Can you tell how passionate I am about this work and this message and the opportunities that we all have? All right. So where was I? So you're in flow. People are coming. Things are happening. It's easy. It's effortless. And it's so much easier to be who you really are beyond any of the self-trust. Okay, thank you. I was talking about the roles. So like, who are you supposed to be? Like, what does a daughter, how does she behave? How does a husband behave? How does how does an online entrepreneur behave? It's like however they want to, really, right? And of course, it's of service to yourself, and in you being of service to yourself in the way of being full expression, that's a service to the whole world. Now, we're not talking about like, hurting or manipulating any people, we're like, true to yourself, because here's what I know is that the more you resist what naturally wants to come through you, the more challenging things become physically, emotionally, life-wise. And so start to take a look. There's a few things that I want to make sure that came through in this message today, which was take a look at what roles and constructs have you, bought into, that you're tied into, that you're locked into, because deep down, that right, if you're feeling discomfort and you deep down, that something more wants to come through you, you want to take a look at what constructs, what roles, what, box have you pegged yourself in. The art of being you. Yeah, that is so awesome. Can I use that as a course title next month, Jeff? That is awesome. And plus, Jeff's an artist. He's an amazing artist. So that is like lots of awesome goodness right there. And okay, so what are the roles? And so wait, I felt like I had some examples for you to share. I don't know. It'll come back. And take a look at the judgments that you're projecting out into others, the fears that what are you worried about what others might think about you? And that's what you need to get like real and right within yourself, and to discover the truth that, there's, like you're divine being of the universe. Like you are perfect. Like it doesn't matter what your hair, if it's messy, or, if you don't have the right words all the time, or if you feel like you don't have whatever, but that there's something inside. Like get real and right with yourself, clear that up, dust it out, vacuum it, toss it out the window, and just show up for yourself. because it's going to be so much easier to be you than it is to try and like not be you. And I think that's the last thing I had to say. Thank you, Jeff. I'm going to use that for I'm going to write that down. The art of being you. Art of being you. Because really, I mean, that's how I do see my work. My work is art in the sense of like living is my art. Like who I am is my art. You know, coming back to the topic that I shared earlier, you know, that I'm talking about today, it's like okay, here's what I wanted to share before. It's like I remember the moment so clearly when a friend of mine said to me that she didn't want to have children. And it like blew my mind that that was even an option. You know, because I grew up in, you know, the 70s, and oh boy, I just told my age, and that, you know, you got married and you had babies, and I thought that's just what we were supposed to do. And then when she told me that, so this is like coming out of a construct of what a woman or you know, a married woman or whatever should do or be at a certain age. And so when she told me that, it just like, it like blew doors open for me. Like, what? I don't have to have kids? Wow. And it's not that I don't love kids. I do. I just feel like having that much of my heart out in the world would just be too much for my sensitive being. I'm close to my nieces and watching them. I mean, yeah, I wanted to follow the school bus, like to make sure and like sit in the classroom and make sure that they'd be all right. So anyway, that's about that. That's wild. What's wild? What's wild, Jeff? So no kids. So then that like opened doors for me of like, wow, this like new opening and possibility. And before I forget, today is the last day of Soul Aligned Living course. I'm closing the doors. They close tonight. We were talking about these kinds of things exactly, getting more tuned into, you know, what's real and right for you. What is the alignment for you to come through so that life becomes effortless and ease, and taking a look at what is life showing you, reflecting back to you that is giving you information to make the adjustments within. And then, you know, moving through with just, I mean, I can't even tell you how much more energy I have being just to be able to be me and show up as I am. I got a little distracted because there was a fly on my window, and my dad comes through as flies. Well, he comes through a lot of the things of not having, having wings. So Stephanie says I can borrow hers. I will borrow hers with you around. She's fun. She has a lot of energy. Oh my God, she's a doll. Oh yeah, Jeff, the concept of not having kids, right? Is that opening your mind too? And so that's what our time together is about. Like, let's open up our minds to what are the greater possibilities. Let's like tune more into soul, what's real and right for you. You know, let's like, so much of 2018 has been about releasing guilt and shame. And really now what we're going into, I call it harvest time, you know, September. You know, it's, you know, all the work is done, time for living has begun. And that's what we're going to be moving into, is more of an orchestration and creation of more of what you want, leaving behind the guilt, the shame, the, you know, the judgment, the insecurities, and tuning into what's right for you. And here's the thing, is that it does take courage. And what is better to have somebody on the sidelines cheering you on and supporting you and saying you could do it, you can do it, than trying to do it alone. And that's the thing. It's like, you know, that's what I was thinking about this morning. He's like, what are you waiting for? Like, what more are you waiting for to show up for yourself, to freaking fully surrender and let life move through you and come to you? I mean, that's really the magic of manifestation, is that like this like alignment within. Jeff says yes. Yeah. Okay, good. I'm glad you're here. So that's about all I had to say. Oh, I had one more thing to say. I have two. So the doors closed today. There's 2 spaces left for one-on-one calls with me. They're 30 minutes. We jump on the call and we like bang through, like, I'll read your energy, what's out of alignment, you know, bring you clarity, send you in direction, channeling through your soul. So there's 2 spaces of that left. Inside the group, the doors will also close. So the bonuses go away today and the doors close today. And inside the group, what I do is I channel for the collective consciousness inside that group to guide and support and bring to light what's ready to come to the surface for everybody. So, channel, intuitive readings, guidance along the way, downloads I post, and that's it. I mean, it's really pretty interesting and magical and heart expanding to witness people coming into their own and claiming it and shining and stepping forward boldly and courageously. And it's, yeah, I mean, I just start to tune into like the I don't know, just like how beautiful it is to be a part of that process and to witness more and more just showing up, being who they are, loving themselves, allowing the fullest expression, because it does make life so much easier. So anyway, message me if you're interested in that. Any questions about things that get in your way? And that's some of the things that we'll cover is that, what are, so in the group, I do the readings and I'll read everyone's energy and I'll tune into, what are the things that are out of alignment? What beliefs are you still holding on to? What shame? What fears are you still projecting? What, limitations are you still holding on to? What constructs are you trying to contain yourself in? And, this was months ago. I took a long social media break. And as I was connecting with the energy, it was like, for me, I was doing a lot of stuff online and sharing a lot of free information. And even today, but to not go as deep as I used to. I used to do a lot of free readings online and I don't do anymore. So the energy wanted me to contain it. And so that's what I'm doing inside these groups is really just bringing forth energetic transmissions that, blast away veils and walls and open up minds and eyes to possibilities and bring through energetic vibrations for people to tap into and ride with. All right, mic drop, but it's a pen. All right, who else showed up? Jeff says, I'm going to have washers. Wait, I'm going to have washers. Yes, again. This is great. Oh, to watch this again. This was great. Yeah, you're welcome, Jeff. Thanks for showing up. Thanks, Steph. Thanks for the love hearts. Hi, Paul. I know you showed up a little bit late, but if, tune in, watch this whole thing. Hey, Robert. Thanks for showing up. You guys have any questions on the replay? If you're watching it, I don't know if it's important to hit whatever hashtag replay. Do that. I don't know. It's probably too late because it's at the end to tell you anyway, but there you go. Any questions, just leave them here. I'll tune in later. Thanks for watching. I really, really appreciate you guys showing up.